98.1 FM. Today na Monday, May 4, 2026, and we will bring the program come to you this Monday morning. My name Adeyemi Jackson.
And Musa Kamara na my name. Good morning. Inside today's edition of the program, Good Morning Salon, the Minister of Communication, Technology and Innovation, Salim Abba, say inside the last 5 years, government and partner them don't spend about $400 million for improve the communication sector. And today inside the program, Radio Democracy go look inside the challenge and opportunity of decent work on the digital stage where the world day now.
Well, this and other story then they inside the program. Members say you they listen to me live on www.getthedemocracy.sl and AfriCell the support Get the Democracy for bringing the Good Morning Saloon program come to you. You they listen to it from across the country from we partner radio stations them Radio Shalom 89.5 na Koinadugu and Falaba District, Radio Malen 88.5, Radio 1J11.3 na Pujon District, Radio Kolente 90.0 na Cambia, Radio Mwa 105.5 na Kailam, Vopad Radio na Watalon, Voice of Sando Radio 95.7 na Konot District, Voice of Karine na Kamakuya 98.0, Voice of Masoro Pujon District, Advocacy Radio Potloko District, Radio Kat Bami on 106.7 at Tonko Limba, at FM on 95.9 at Moyamba District, and Tongo Radio 107.5. The program na Good Morning Saloon. You can be part of the program by way you go send message to the number 077-981-981 or go now we Get the Democracy Facebook page, YouTube page, so you go follow the program live. Drop a question or comment on the issues that we will discuss inside the program today. The program na Good Morning Salon.
We start to look at issues. We go say the Vice President, Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallow, say the minimum wage we don't add for workman them and the informal sector we don't add na the social net na part of government commitment for improve the welfare of workman them na the country. He talk this we give a keynote address inside one engagement with the Ministry of Employment, Labor and Social Security together with them partner them all for celebrate World Labor Day we na May 1 this year. For more on this, we join Adeyemi Jackson.
Inside 1800, workman them, especially in a factory, be they work for 10 to 16 hours per day under poor and unsafe working condition. This will make trade union organization them. We start for push for 8-hour working day campaign. May 1, 1886, hundreds of workmen them across the United States of America. They go on strike. Also then be demand for 8-hour working day. Few days later, during the protest, bomb be explode will lead to violence and death of police officers and civilians. Them. 1889, the second international global organization of socialist and labor parties been declared May 1 as World Labor Day to recognize the contribution of workmen them. Since that time, country them including Salon don't they observe World Labor Day May 1 every year, and the theme for this year World Labor Day, building workers' power for Sierra Leone's transformative agenda, where it talk during one engagement with the Ministry of Employment, Labor and Social Security, together with the Salon Labor Congress and Employers Federation. The President for Employers Federation, Kobe Walker, say them as employers, glad for the law and policy them, where government now they make for promote safe and healthy working environment, but not be waste time, but draw the attention of the challenge them, with them as employers that they get.
Many employers, especially in the former private sector, are under increasing strain from cumulative effect of laws, regulations, administrative burden, energy cost, and regulatory challenges. We must therefore ensure that labor reform and business sustainability move together. If employers collapse, jobs disappear. If enterprises cannot grow, wages cannot improve. If compliance becomes too complex or too costly, formalization will be slow. For Sierra Leone's transformative agenda to succeed, we need a balanced ecosystem in which workers are protected, but employers are enabled to operate, invest, innovate, and, of course, expand.
The Salon Labor Congress, na trade union organization, whether they talk for good condition of service for workmen them na the country, we make the president for the Salon Labor Congress, Mohamed Ali Din, talk about some of the concern them, where them put inside one position paper.
The Sierra Leone Labor Congress has observed over the past couple of years that prices of basic commodities have been on a steady increase, which has seriously eroded the earning power of our members and the wider society. The Labour Congress is similarly concerned about the increase in the prices of petroleum products over the years, as well as the overburdening system of taxation, more particularly the goods and services tax. All of this, Your Excellency, have further impacted the livelihood of workers and the general society, as they could no longer cope with the harsh realities of the current cost of living in the country.
Mohamed Ali Din continues to say, even though they're glad for the step where government don't take for set up the Wages and Compensation Commission, but talk about the concern we then get for sake of the Finance Act.
Wages and Compensation Commission. We know that for too long, the public sector has suffered from inequitable and fragmented pay structures. This commission will be a game changer by systematically harmonizing salaries based on objective criteria. However, we are taken aback by the enactment of the 2026 Finance Act by government, which removes President, the Vice President, the Speaker of Parliament, and Deputy Ministers of Government, Members of Parliament, judges, the Chairman, and the members of the Election Commission from the determination and harmonization of the salary, terms, and conditions of service by the Wages and Compensation Commission.
The Ministry of Employment, Labour and Social Security, government body, where they in charge for develop law and policy them for regulate the labour sector, we make the Minister Mohamed Gaman Sware talk about the important role we workmen they play in the country.
Today we celebrate you, the workers of Sierra Leone. We celebrate your resilience, your dedication, and your invaluable contributions to our national development. From the farms and markets to the ports and construction sites, from factories and offices to the fast-growing digital platforms that now power our modern economy. Quite simply, if Sierra Leone works, it is because Sierra Leoneans are working. We affirm our shared commitment to decent work, social justice, and the dignity of labor. This year's theme, Building Workers' Power for Sierra Leone's Transformative Agenda, could not be more timely. It reminds us that development is strongest when workers are not just participants but partners, not just contributors but stakeholders. Your administration has shown that development is not only about big numbers but about real life.
Inside in your talk, the Vice President, Dr. Mohamed Julia Jallow, say the theme for this year, May Day celebration, they're in line with President Julius Maada Bio's agenda for develop livelihood, food security, job creation, and economic stability.
My firm belief that the theme for this year's May Day commemoration, Building Workers' Power for Sierra Leone's Transformative Agenda, resonates with the vision of His Excellency the President and his decisive declaration for 2026 as a year of action, a year of tangible result in livelihoods, food security, job creation, and economic stability.
Dr. Mohamed Julia Jallow say the minimum wage where they don't add and the informal sector where they add na the social safety net now part of government commitment for improve the welfare of workmen them na the country.
A recent increase in the national minimum wage, 1,200 leones, effective April 2026, alongside efforts to extend social protection to informal workers are concrete demonstrations of our commitment to improving workers' welfare. This also means promoting women's economic empowerment. Women form a significant part of our workforce, particularly in agriculture and in the informal sector. We will continue to enforce equal pay for equal work, expand access to finance and markets, and create enabling environment for women-led businesses.
The Vice President, Dr. Mohamed Julia Jallow, and say government will continue for support the Ministry of Employment, Labour and Social Security and partner them for develop policy and law them. We go transform the labour sector. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Adeyemi Jackson, the report.
Well, from the report today, as we mentioned inside one part with headline stories them today, they look inside challenge and opportunity of decent work, the digital stage now, and the series in that report today that's now been a gathering we be ahead of May 1. We now World Labour Day, we the country can join other country them around the world for celebrate the Labour Day. And the theme for this year now building workers' power for Sierra Leone's transformative agenda. ahead of this meeting, the government and partners them may meet and discuss some of the key things them we go get forward with labor force and the labor market and how for improve at this digital age. For can help we discuss the issues them today now the program I get Ibrahim Dean, Assistant Director, Ministry of Employment, Labor and Social Security. Good morning. Welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon. And also now the program I get Albert Ojo Collier, Executive Secretary, Sierra Leone Employers Federation. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, Mr. Moderator. Good morning, we neighbor them. Good morning, the whole of Salon.
And also inside the program, I want to welcome Edward Kamara, Deputy Secretary General, Salon Labour Congress. Good morning, Edward, and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Yeah, good morning, and good morning to all listeners.
Okay, and they start with the Ministry of Employment, Labour and Social Security and the representative Ibrahim Dean, Assistant Director. We topic at hand, we look at challenge, opportunity of decent work at the digital stage and with the world day into now. But Salon just joined other countries them now the world for celebrates the International Labour Day with the team Building Workers' Power for Sierra Leone's transformative agenda. As a representative from the Ministry of Labour, 2026 World Labour Day, you think say we for celebrate or just observe?
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. I think the straight answer is we for celebrate because
waiting with the celebrate.
We celebrate so many achievements we don't make through within the ministry and also with social partners. So for this particular year, May Day, you see that the topic is challenges and opportunity of decent work in the digital era. We get to understand, say, the world they emerge, things are changing. So there are a lot of things that will don't happen, and also the ministry itself don't make so many strides in tackling some of those things. So it is worth a celebration.
It was a celebration. Before this day, we can always get workers them for talk on issues them where they happen during the media. But this year we see when I get a conference ahead of this day. Now we look at some of the things them we wanna discuss at the conference here.
Okay, this is not the second aspect of the National Labour Conference. Last year we get a meeting, and this year the reason why we involve the conference because we understand say over the years we celebrate just the May Day. So, and there are a lot of issues that we will not be get a platform for discuss. So last year and this year we decide for Selo focus on social dialogue. We are bring in partners and together for looking at the current issues that we get for affect the lives of workers them. So one of the key things is that the Ministry of Labour through its social partners observed that there are a lot of developments will take place, but because of we not pay attention to that, we see and say we lost sight of that. One of the things and a few of them things and they see the emergence of the social media, the emergence of the commerce, looking at digital platform and money transfer, all of those things don't come in. We don't like amplify the space of work. So as a ministry, we look and say, we thought it fits, okay, well, we should throw light on some of the opportunities that we did in this particular digitalized era, and also looking at the challenges we workers and they go to.
Okay.
Yes, especially in the informal sectors. So, but what's in good we take out from this conference, we're able to bring private sector players, financial institutions, social partners them for discuss pertinent issues them with the border workers them. So we also look at the issues of the current fuel crisis. We also look at the minimum wage. We also look at the creative industry. We over the years that particular sector. You don't create so many job opportunities them, but attentions was not paid to that. And also we get with social partners, and we of course, as you rightly say, them produce their position paper where there are a lot of issues and they will being discussed. But the good thing, we have so many private sector players, we get government stakeholders that have been there at the conference. We respond to some of those key things that will come out of the position papers.
Okay, we can look into the position paper where the Salon Labour Congress and also the Employers Federation be present to the ministry and government for looking to. You mentioned earlier, say, the ministry don't they make so much strides for say they improve the labor sector in the country. During the National Labour Conference, one of the key concerns are the issue of improving the welfare of workmen in the country. The Salon Labour Congress get a young concern, and likewise the Employers Federation. But from the ministry point of view, what not only do for ensure say unable for to improve the condition of service of workmen in the country, more especially linked into the Labour Conference?
Well, one of the things that we be done the border the issues of employment and also worker. Now, because over the years, the laws them will be used in terms of regulating employment, they've been done all. So for the past 2 years now, since 2023, the ministry don't review so many laws them, where those laws don't get effect, where at the end of the day, they tackle the issues the way they affect workers. And also the ministry over the years don't try to forget a particular situation we are in, workers' case. For instance, then they report matters into the ministry. We don't actively involve in strike situation for call them down, protest, and also ensure that we get a swift response when it comes to occupational accident them. And also one of the things they give a push for this year now for ensure that two social partners them for increase the minimum wage. Where I think that has been a concern since the previous one have been 800,000. Now we don't push them now to 1,200.
You talk about reviewing laws even though the Employers Federation gets concerned with some of the laws that where government or the ministry don't review. But let's look into some of the laws there so where the ministry be able for review. What are some of the laws then here?
Well, we review the Employment Act of 2023. We also don't review the Industrial Relations Act, and also we don't also develop the Work Permit Act. We also get the Overseas and Migrant Workers Act we don't develop, and currently we get the Occupational Health and Safety Bill. We also don't develop the Regulation of Wages and Industrial Relations and the Trade Union Act, as I don't rightly say. So, and we also currently look at the Social Protection Act, also don't try for finalizing. And back up with that, we also review the labor migration policy. We don't validate them. So some of the laws in this way we don't really review, because they be really obsolete and the powers in those laws will not be able for the user. But through the review, the laws have been strengthened and effective now.
The program Good Morning Saloon, they continue. They come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. You just listen to Ibrahim Dean, Assistant Director, Minister of Employment, Labour and Social Security. Today inside the program Good Morning Saloon, we look inside challenge and opportunity for recent work na the digital stage now with the world now. And as I mentioned earlier, we get Albert Ojo Collier na the program. We are the Executive Secretary, Saloon Labour Employers Federation, and also Edward Kamara, we are Deputy Secretary General, Saloon Labour Congress. I come to you, Edward. The International Labour Day winner on May 1. I asked the ministry representative earlier, anything they for celebrate for the International Labour Day 2026?
Yeah, a lot. Even for you get work, you go work if the Labor Day reach. for celebrate because you get job. That's by itself you for celebrate.
Okay.
But like gratitude for sure say yes. I'm in employment. I need for sure say I'm happy or I'll get one work.
Over the past year, the Labour Congress done the talk for different in them for workman them. 2026, what are some of them things we una think say una don't achieve, or you think say plenty day or una not achieve none of them yet?
Well, when we meet 2025, if you believe it, you realize see, now in that particular gathering, the president announced a declaration that the minimum wage negotiation for going to effect immediately. So we make use of that, and now we're talking of a new minimum wage. We're out of that particular discussion. In that particular year as well, we did present issue that has to do with tax on end of service benefit, tax on leave allowance, and numerous tax issues that they will be raised. The good news now that we were able to get the elimination of tax on end of service benefit, redundancy compensation or terminal benefit. Before we people work, you don't pay tax all throughout the working life, then when you retire back, the benefits only give, then they cut tax back. But now the law say no tax on that. So that's an achievement for all workmen in this country. Say now if I get me end of service benefit or me terminal benefit or me redundancy compensation, government no go tax them, so get me money full where I will go with time. Another thing are the laws of the labor laws thing. We don't get a lot of breakthrough in that. Thing will start from 1996. But just in 2023 to 2026, you see sort of make very big inroads where you know plenty laws that will enact. Of course, you look at the plenty calls from the workers. We, like for example, now this extending of social protection to the informal economy. Labour Congress gets an informal desk, and we don't partner well with government, with Ministry of Employment, Labour and Social Security, partners and employers. And now we get an act, a bill, waiting before Parliament now for social protection extension to the informal economy. So for us, every year we make gain. And this particular year, we also iterate on the taxation. Luckily for we, during the dialogue forum, the NIA Commissioner in attendance, we bring all the issues that we raise concern taxation, and we expect to get a further discussion with her. Because when we can present the information to the public, we know they go sit down, we do a follow-up. So we will therefore make a follow-up on all the concerns that we raise. If the minister concerned, we will go to them. If the MDAs, we will go there for ensure the incident that will raise to the public as concerned, we will get result.
Okay. You talk about some of the concerns that we will raise during the Labour Conference, and year in, year out, the Sierra Leone Labour Congress don't raise issues we get for do with the welfare of workmen them. You talk about the end of service benefits, where of course taxation don't reduce, and also the terminal benefits where also taxation according to you don't reduce. But during this conference, we now raise concern about something we get for do with the minimum wage, where the Sierra Leone Labour Congress get issue with. What's not this issue?
One not clear for us, the end of service, the taxation not reduce. They remove and totally. Not so reduce, so because it be 5%. Now not 0%. The minimum wage, the concern we get is not the implementation of it. Unfortunately, we Labour Congress, we not get inspectorate power. Now we partner the Ministry of Labour, now they can go for go to inspection, now different place of work. But from our own side, once we don't declare, we don't agree to that minimum wage, we rely on the report from workers for able call we and say we not get the new minimum wage as we salary. Then we'll get our reports with the go there. but we partners them, the Ministry of Labor. Then can go to any office at any time for go check. They can go ask for the voucher, for confirm, say, you know, and the good thing that we even with Partner Employers Federation, we just say they do a jingle with it out to the members, the employers. Them. So we'd expect all employer for implement. But it's sad that we don't begin get complaint that some workman them not see any change, no shift in their salaries. Waiting and get in March, and they also get in April. And the unfortunate thing is that the employer been publish the notice to them, say effective April, all the workers will get the new minimum wage.
Now, for we listeners and viewers, waiting at the new minimum wage and waiting have been the old one, and when the new minimum wage come to effect?
The old minimum wage now be 800 loans. We cease for exist the 31st of March. The new minimum wage now 1,200 loans will come into force on the 1st of April. So if they may give 800 as basic salary, now we expect your employer for you 1,200 loans. Some workman, or according to we law, all workers in this country, they're entitled to allowances. The law of Sierra Leone, the Employment Act, they make provision for that. They give different allowance system where the workman go get. Among the allowances, then you forget transport, you forget rent, you forget medical, and other allowances that we applicable. Because, for example, we get some allowance system, we not so everybody will get them. So allowances for a particular sector. So if you're not a worker, you didn't have any sign at just the 1, 2, then give, then there is a challenge. Because they expect say the employer they for no say, they for give transport, they for give rent, they for give medical. In a situation where the employer get motor car for carry una go work, like for example, thing that happen at the mining sector, they get bus system where they move them workman from one point to another. But some not get that facility there. Yeah, so if that's not the situation, then you will get for make we know. Another issue will get the minimum wage. Now that we want the minimum wage of 1, 2, let be tax free. Government not for cut tax param at all. So we raise them in the dialogue forum for tell government say this 1, 2 at the minimum wage, let be the threshold. We mean say then not for cut tax. So that campaign will launch them, and that will be one of the reasons we be accept the 1, 2.
So for get things clear, as of now, the minimum wage is 1 million or 1,200 loan. Government they put cut tax for tax from them.
Yes.
What's not the amount the government they put cut?
Government they take the first 600 loan and then tax 15% of the excess according to the current threshold we did. But we are saying the threshold of 600, no, move on now to 1,200 because the history is when the minimum wage was 500, the threshold now been the minimum wage now been 500. If not 500 you get, government will be the taxer. When it moved to 600, 600 government shift the threshold. So on that note, then not be the taxer. So if it is when it go 800, we don't start the campaign that for the threshold for the 800. At that time, the Minister of Finance of course give the assurance, but not believe with them. But this particular 1, 2, we go follow on to the last.
We come back to you. We will look at some of the issues then because we get a lot of issues now the labor sector, like the casual workman them work 3, 4, 5 years, still casual. We'll come back to now. We go look at some of them concerns here. If you just join the program Good Morning Saloon, we'll look at challenge and opportunity of decent work the digital era. And at the studio, we get Ibrahim Din, Deputy Assistant Director, Ministry of Employment, Labor and Social Security. And also at the program we get Albert Ojokolia, Executive Secretary, Saloon Employers Federation. and also Edward Kamara, Deputy Secretary General, Salon Labour Congress. Welcome, we come to Albert Collier from the Employers Federation for come give we insights of the Labour Day celebration within the makeup of the labour market. The program Good Morning Salon, they continue. We'll go for a break. We'll continue.
Cecil, do you know any shop usa I go able get quality laptop or desktop computer for buy? When I go give me wahala like the last one?
Aisha, you see this Dell computer na me hand? It don't pass 8 years from where I begin user. It no one day give me problem. Na Palestino International in shop, na 5 and 6 Gloucester Street, na they a buyer. Not to copyright Palestino they sell, na original. You see this me plasma TV, this Samsung home theater, me standing fan and mobile phone. Every day when you see them, it's like a new one. They don't pass 8 years na me hand. Palestino don't open Palestino International Computer Shop na 3 Bojon Street Bow. Also you they get all kind computer for buy. For more, just call 076 56 5432 077 80 5898. Palestino International in Computer Shop, all team day for you.
Bloomberg Digital Banking don't come for it.
Aisatu, you look stressed so.
Na bank they won't go so.
Me sister, go digital.
Digital?
Yes, with Bloomberg Digital Banking. Just tap, click, swipe and send money, receive money, check your balance, pay your bills and get quick loans before Jacko Kotiai.
But Abule fly.
Well, bring your phone.
Na so easy and quick.
Yes, with Bloomberg Digital, you can bank with freedom anytime na the world. Your money is safe and secure. Also, you can do business and transfer money instantly by your currency across Africa. Quick one with Colats.
Wow! As from today, call me Aisatu Bloomberg Digital.
Aha! Aisatu Bloomberg Digital.
Yes, na me name. I dey go tell all me party them for join Bloomberg Digital Banking.
Bingo! Waiting you dey wait for. Go ahead and download our digital banking app from Google Play Store and Apple Store or visit any of our branches for further details. For no more, you can visit our website, bloombankafrica.com.
No left piano, cause Bloomberg Digital they make you bank
with Colats. Bloomberg Africa. Let's make it happen.
Education is a must, brother.
Aisatu, Adi, I can't catch me.
You said I can't catch me now.
Look at the una.
Can't catch me now.
Mommy, you know they tire for see them picking them here they play all time. Like they not get nothing for do.
Mama, yeah, how for do?
Me own boy picking self be they play all time. But now it look better small.
So what you do when it change?
And make it begin use learning passport for study.
What's not this learning passport?
Well, learning passport now one app where the Ministry of Basic Education with support from UNICEF don't come with, and it gets past question and answer where they make them easy for we picking them for study and pass exams.
Well, this is a big opportunity for we picking them. Me self go try get this learning passport app so that me Bobo will get all the past exam questions and answer the way in need.
Go to Google Play Store now and download the MBSSE Learning Passport for free.
Mama, Papa, let we help with picking them. Forget the Learning Passport app. By this, we go help for prepare them well for the exams.
This message comes from the Ministry of Basic Education with support from UNICEF.
Education.
The program now Good Morning Salon, and they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM, and we they bring to the edition of the program in name Adeyemi Jackson.
And Musa Kamara na name.
We come over to the other studio guest, winner Albert Ojo Collier, Executive Secretary for the Salon Employers Federation. The Salon Employers Federation una day for the provide job to people, like businesses and companies that wanna they operate. Before we can look into some of the concerns that the Employers Federation get, just like we be asked with previous guests, them, World Labor Day na May 1 and una be take part of the World Labor Day celebration. Waiting una make up of the World Labor Day, una think anything there for celebrate in the labor sector?
I will tell you thank you and the listeners that will listen to. Well, Employers Federation, we all role in part of the tripartite system where they regulate the employment thing at the country. We are a membership organization of all employers. We open for all employers join we, so that we own voice how they feel by the employment and the labor markets, then they put her into the context of laws. So this year especially, now the second term will make this kind of celebration. We'll get one-day dialogue, conference, and the next day the May Day celebration. And I think it's a step in the right direction. May Day be known begin celebrate long as Salon, and mostly been controlled by the Salon Labor Congress, where he invites we, and they made the host time. Well, now the ministry the host time, and it more or less bigger. It is shows say, at least in the world of work in Sierra Leone, you get with engaged employers, with engage the workers, with engage the government, so that we all go do things properly. They don't talk about the achievements that we don't get. And one of the big achievements are the minimum wage. But most people don't know, say, for them minimum wage fix. Not so easy, it's not supposed to say, guys have fixed minimum wage too. The engagement between the employers, the Minister of Labor, and the Salon Labor Congress, where they represent the workers. And the engagement took it take 2-3 months. Sometimes 5 months, 6 months, if we break down, we don't increase that yet. But the drum, with the 10 each follow drum, with the sit down talk. And these are a good achievement. The increase in the wage. Most employers don't be for able to afford them. I can tell you, we've been getting for big employers that agree. Because we can begin a negotiation today. For example, union, they want 2,700 as the minimum wage in the country for let people to go able to live. But we still not able to afford them. Because the employers and they really, they're not able to do above board. The country asks for them for leave as an employer. So they're not able to pay them. So we agree finally on 1-2. And so you see the increase from 800 to 1-2.
Okay. When you listen to Edward, one of the concerns the way he raised with regard to the minimum wage, now the issue of compliance. The minimum wage, the new minimum wage came into effect on the 1st of April this year. And one of the concerns where he raised that the issue of compliance from owners of business companies or institutions them. From una membership, una members they don't comply for pay the minimum wage?
Well, I want to purely say that employers and Boku, not to all really don't can be a member. But what do they do? They educate them. The one that don't remember, the one that doesn't remember, or they put out press with the kind of radio stations, will they educate them? We say the minimum wage don't move from this point to that point. But like how the Labor Congressman talk, we in the Employers Federation not get the facility for inspect. The Ministry of Labor and then get inspectorate where they go around, go check people and comply. So when it comes to compliance, we rely on the Ministry of Labor. But what we will talk to all employers, let them manage their budget, let them pay the minimum wage. Because it's a law. It's a law. Just as if all your employees therefore they not sit. Once the person they work for you. Now a law. If not comply to the law, there are certain punishments that will take effect and get punitive measures within the law.
You say no to everybody now on a member. It seems as if una only gets power over on a members team. How many percent of the employers them they part of this una organization?
As far as we concern, all employers is part of the organization.
Registered members?
All registered employers, but how Salon Day, most of the employers them on the employee-employer relationship, they under informality. Now informal, not to the right to later say they can't be give work to me today. Now this I go pay you. Now informal. So if you watch all other things and this conference, this celebration this year, we talk about informality, especially when we talk about the digital work. If you work and you sell orange money, now digital work you do. But you get employer, your employer they pay for you. What's it provide for you? Most of the employers in the informal section in there. So you're not going to say the all-9 members, but by right, you not employer, you for observe the laws of the country. And I don't know the type of preach.
Edward talk about minimum wage, where according to them, the Labour Congress fair not see. some people or some employers they abide by this law, then still they pay the old rates. But one thing where they come to the fore or at play now the issue of casual workman them. Not so even everybody with the work they don't employ. Sometimes back they deal with a case we say person don't work as casual workman for 10 years, 11 years or 8 years. Now them factories them don't client town. Most of them cases are plenty at the inside in the. What you want to do as federation for reduce the issue of casual workman them we still plenty among employers?
Well, one of the things I would say, Boku factory, they are members of Employers Federation.
But why they need to go?
They would educate them, waiting for two. The law provide for you for get casual. The law not against casual. Not for 10 years, that's how they talk. The law provide for you for get casual. But when they casual of a casual nature, where the work get for end, when end you get for formalize them. You know, go they casual, say go. We they educate the employers them, but you know, motorman and motorman. And we will continue for educate the employers them, but compliance, not to we get an the ministry. The ministry they do compliance. And then get inspectors who they go on site. And if they find you wanting, then suppose for tell you say, what you do wrong, do the correct thing.
Okay.
At times, Ministry of Labour can make an inspection to where they involve the Labour Congress Employers Federation. They go on a factory site. Now, free tongue upline no don't go round. We can go once and encourage saying I can't go see what they do. We they cover the inside and day. Okay. But motorman and motorman.
Mr. Collier, you say the law make provision for casual workers. Yeah. What did the law say in terms of somebody for serve as casual workman now factories or different side them?
Well, it is very clear that the work they do of a casual, that's something of a casual nature, not also something routine. Not also something they go do every day.
So how long somebody for work as a casual?
It provide the say you work as a casual, I think it's 3 months, eh? After that, it's subject to review. God forget a reason for let get casual. But making informal and casuality as a norm, it is wrong.
Okay.
And we preach them to the employers them all the time for comply.
I come to the representative from the Labour Ministry. What in the Labour Ministry or the Labour law say about casual workman? And what's in our position if we find out say somebody go against them law?
Casualization has always been a serious thing when it comes to workers them. Or like I say, we don't review we laws them, and we understand say over the past years people every day in employment under casual nature for a very long time. So within the law do the Employment Act look at casualization and make sure say it shorten the long period. You understand? So if you look at the Employment Act, you make provision now for six months. You understand? When the first 6 months finish, you suppose for don't get a situation where you determine whether the person for continue or the person you for terminate in employment. So the other second 6 months again, now another extension. But the law don't make provision now, so you know for go beyond 2 consecutive six months.
But you find out say that some man they work as casual for over 3-4 years. We're not aware of that.
Yes, because of we are aware of that. I make now we don't. The problem will be they get before is that the laws they will be not get serious penalties. Then. For the laws now we don't enact, don't get penalties. Them don't create strict rules about how casualization for go. So when once you violate, there is penalties in the law.
Even we say the law exists. When you talk to people where they go through the kind here, they always or most times don't lose faith in the Labour Ministry, especially people where una they send out. Then things say then they work with them people and way they make them turn casual, and when they report to them, they take the matter serious.
Well, I would say as time in time out, the ministry they transform. You understand? And obviously, people will get something for say, especially where they administer law. You understand speculations and good day. But I go assure you, say the thing that will not be challenged for the ministry. One, I don't mention the law, and also we get low staff strength of the ministry, where the ministry not be able to reach out to places them, to work places them. But currently, we don't get extensive recruitment. We don't get staff them. As I'm speaking now, we already try for deploy them staffs and then both in Freetown and the provinces, because the challenges we also been against the ministry we get difficulty for reach at certain places them. So things that will happen at some places that the ministry will find it difficult for reach out to. So being that we don't get staff strength, a high staff strength now, we ensure now say the provisions of the law is implemented fully.
Okay. Yeah. Earlier on, Edward talked about the issue of the minimum wage, where he say there are still some employers or institutions that will not comply for pay the minimum wage. From the ministry point of view, now are we aware of this issue?
Yes, these are issues that we are aware of, and like I say, the ministry really work by himself. We work with the social partners them, and these are issues that we can normally bring to we or individually say workers that can come and report them cases to me. So what we don't do now for ensure say we mount inspections them, and we ensure say we call those employers and they really violate into a conciliatory meeting, and also we extend with public education, because some of the things they would understand is that when laws come out, you find out say not everybody in the public they will forget understanding of the law. So in as much as we want to implement the law, you also get the obligation for ensure say you educate the public about the law. So these are some of the things that we're going to do jointly with the social partners then, but constantly educate the public and ensure that when it comes to compliance, we fully look at the provisions of the law and implement them.
In name Ibrahim Dean, Assistant Director, Ministry of Employment, Labour and Social Security, continue for the which we the program. As today inside the program, Good Morning Salon, we they look at the challenges and opportunities of decent work on the digital stage now the world. Continue for the which we the program inside the program. We go for this break. When we come, we will come to we other studio guests then.
Kano Immigration and Visa Services is your best service provider to travel to Canada on study, work or pleasure. We can facilitate your visa process, work permits, express entry program, family sponsorship, Canadian school admissions, Canadian citizenship, self-employed persons program, and many more. Come to us at 28 Walpole Street, Siaka Stephen Street, Freetown, or reach us via email at info@kanoimmigration.com or via 075-143-299. For more information, go to www.kanoimmigration.com. We are at your service.
The Ministry of Mines and Mineral Resources and the National Minerals Agency, NMA, proudly announced the second edition of the Sierra Leone Mining Week, which will be celebrated with events set to take place this year at the Freetown International Conference Center from 19th to 23rd May. This year's theme is Our Mineral Resources, Responsible Mining, Value Multiplication, and Shared Prosperity. One of the features of this year's celebration is the 11th African Diamond Producers Association, ADPA's ordinary meeting of the Council of Ministers, consisting 19 countries, where Sierra Leone's Minister of Mines and Mineral Resources will serve as host and chairman. Other events for this important mining week include panel discussions of professionals from several sectors to discuss various mining issues. What's more, there will be an exhibition of Sierra Leone's precious minerals like diamond, gold, bauxite, rutile, and many more that you may want to see at closer proximity. That is why the Ministry of Mines and Mineral Resources and the National Minerals Agency jointly invite you to come witness and share your experiences in the mining sector. You'll have an opportunity to meet, talk, and even ask questions and get answers from mining professionals. With all that set for the Mining Week running from 19th to 23rd May at the Freetown International Conference Center, it's now on you to make it your duty for an opportunity to get your highly desired information about mining in its entirety. Registration to attend is free. For further information, please visit www.events.nma.gov.sl or make a quick trip to the Ministry of Mines and Mineral Resources, or the National Minerals Agency at New England, Freetown. See you at the Freetown International Conference Center on any day or all the days of the second edition of the Sierra Leone Mining Week from 19th to 23rd May 2026. It's time to talk about the golden glow of gold and other natural national minerals.
Nothing on the pressure me. Nothing on the pressure me.
Hey! They don't do them more, they don't do them. Then talk them, then do them. How they talk about them bang, now so then they. Or 50 or your T1.
Well, Skololo, who that they don't do them again?
Now PC Foreign Exchange Bureau, the number one foreign exchange bureau in the country, they give all the customers them 1% cashback for every transaction where they make through Western Union, MoneyGram, or RIA.
Na Indoso.
Not so Indoso, nice K. PC Foreign Exchange Bureau, don't 1% the game. This to them to fufu or kokoroma 1% semu, where before Jacko Kotiai, it don't ferembe. This 1%, it can for cantinap gain. So you will get famul, paddy, or business partner where they send for you money through Western Union, MoneyGram, or RIA. Run go now any PC and Son shop where they all about the country. For you where they free tongue, PC and Son shop they now 16 Godrich Road Lumley, 59 Wellington Street, 31 Guard Street, 19 Frobe Road, 10 and 53 Sanya Bacha Street, 32 A Wilkinson Road, 9 Kuto Road, and 24 City Road Porty. For Waterloo Famulem, within a 9 A Liverpool Street, Waterloo. For Famulem where they upline, within a 76 Sky Corridor Road Corner, within a 5 Palmer Street Kabbalah, 54 Dambala Road Bo, within a number 4 Denby Street Kenema, 39 Robane Road Makeni, 137 Airport Ferry Road Lunge, Lagos Compound Kailaun, and 35 IDA Road, Gambia. Tell your neighbor say, PC Foreign Exchange Bureau, the 1% the game.
The program Good Morning Salon, they continue inside the program with a look at another issue. Sawan flag bearer aspirant for the Salon People's Party, Alhaji Musa Trawali said the 1 billion olions where it go get to Umandem na Kailaun district na part of in commitment for supporting different business them way that they do. He talk this is a one meeting with stakeholder them na Kailaun district where it go launch the multi-purpose cooperative society for Umandem na that part of the country for help them improve the different businesses them way that they do. Well, for more on this, make we join with reporter Alaji Jallo.
Now so the atmosphere be like na Kailaun district, where community people come together for welcome Alhaji Musa Trawali na den district. As Kailaun district get one set of people where don't they face serious challenge for get couple for do business, where the people here na Umandem, who say according to plenty Umandem na Kailaun district, say plenty people don't they bring development initiative them, when na microcredit, who say then say the interest rate can make plenty Umandem, they run away na den district, with them challenge the year, where Umandem na Kailaun district they face, make one flag bearer aspirant for the Sierra Leone People's Party, Alhaji Musa Trawali, bring one development initiative, where na the multi-purpose cooperative society for empower women them, where they na deprived community them, like Kailaun district, we start in the give them couple for make women them do business, where go empower them and self-develop them community them. Where in the talk, the town chief na Kailaun district, Alpha Dolly, talk more about the challenge them, where women in Kailaun district they face.
Campo can launch the microcredit because Kailaun district to know how sister they suffer or mama they suffer. Me as a traditional leader, I they see because no weekend they where they care with sister they go, or mama they go to me they summons there. And the kind microcredit where they deal with sister in this district here, the interest na keep occupy the microcredit. So you don't find out say. If you were going to send some markets now in Kailaun, most of those sisters, they don't go Liberia, they don't go Guinea, they don't run away. So I want to Aboku Tenki, where they come with this initiative here, in Kailaun district. I want to tell Aboku Tenki because the kind international started where they go for performance in Kailaun. Ever since you not see the head. Partner social media will see them. This choir go for Kailaun with others started.
Way in the top, one flag bearer aspirant for the Sierra Leone People's Party, Alhaji Musa Trawali, talk about in plan them wey im get for reduce the challenge dem wey woman dem dey face na deprived community dem.
Me determination na for make God Almighty empower me for solve the problems of people wey dey suffer na Sierra Leone. I know the suffering of the women of Sierra Leone, the women dem wey dey run away because of death. The suffering of the women na this country is so much. So the Kailam District Multipurpose Cooperative Society na una own enterprise, not a Musa Tarawali in name Depana. Na the district in name Depana. So now una get am. And make sure say in register. So una all the women of this district una get a registered company. We then call the Kailam District Multipurpose Cooperative Society.
Alhaji Musa Tarawali continue for talk about the couple where in dey give woman dem na Kailawu district as well for reduce the pasmark poll where community people in dey face na Kailawu district.
This way I dey can launch the Kailam District Multipurpose Cooperative Society. I don't plan am very well, not only for today, for tomorrow, where I will be president, where I will put millions of dollars inside. And this money where I dey can give una, e no get no interest. I give una for make una able to develop una self. Kailam District Multipurpose Cooperative Society, I dey give una 1 billion and another scatterer. I dey give una bulk. And the money not for only few people. Now for every registered member, the one that will register at the cooperative. And every woman of Kailam District get right for registering at that cooperative. So once you register at the cooperative, you're not part of the money.
Inside the Multi-Purpose Cooperative Society launch, where Alhaji Musa Tarawali do na Kailam District, get plenty ladida inside and bring artists them from Nigeria, like Peter of Peace Choir, African China, Yemi Alade, and the Black Leo team and other salon artists them for perform for Kailam District people them for the Society for Radio Democracy. Me, na Raju Jalo, they report.
The program Good Morning Salon Day continue. They come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. If you just the January inside today's edition of the program Good Morning Salon, we they look at opportunity and challenge them during the digital era na the world, and within this mean for people we the labor sector. We don't engage with studio guests them inside the program. We say they don't talk about different them with the makeup of the just concluded May Day celebration. Before we go for that break, we'll be to talk to the representative from the Ministry of Labor, we Ibrahim Din, for Assistant Director, and also we don't talk to Albert Ujo Collier, Executive Secretary, Salon Employers Federation, Edward Kamara, Deputy Secretary General, Salon Labor Congress. Now we look at the topic itself. What are the opportunities then we are available to the labor sector during this digital era?
Well, a lot of things. When we talk about the digital era, and then you look at the labor sector. For we are very much mindful that when you talk about digital, of course, you know what it means. It has to do with technology. When you look at the current trend now, the AI will go across the world. Learn to sign out of the world, the system, and that's there. But we naturally we know reach that level yet. So we too don't embark on now on a lot of education. That's the reason why also in a social dialogue, you see, we come up with the concept of workers' education. So while it's going out doing workers' education, we get a lot of things what we explain with workman then. Because we don't get reference cases then, we lack of education they make, we get one company they may get for lay off all the workers. Because at that time, they don't know what it mean that any work we man they do, machine they substitute you now. Where they exactly be happen at that workplace now. Every week the workman in the strike. Every week the workman in the strike. We try for engage them. This is not the correct way. Wait, follow the law. Up to the point where the union, the management, themselves not been get control again. So that been get for make the management who side be the use only get workman them. They get for reduce and just until like 10. The rest the bring machine. So that been get for affect the union become membership loss. They affect the workman because he lost job, and they also affect their family. So now if we go around and do a lot of education about this digital era. Now the premise that for ensure say workman them be very careful, workman them get the basic knowledge. Because I tell you, one reason a lot of things that happen at our place, a lot of technologies. Even now, as I tell you, people themselves with a degree, if they go for a find job, they don't have to play with the computer. It is difficult to, because everybody now they go soft. So that's the reason why we're back on education, because we know it's a big challenge.
Plenty believe say the AI world they take over job them soon. You they foresee that in a salon anytime soon?
Well, yes, because we self would advance. I'll tell you a story. I think I passed now one country, one of American states them. I see the south side they get people them at the airport where they check your passport, check if everything about you okay. Nobody know been there. When you team up in a machine, they talk to you. Machine give you instruction. So I was like, but unfortunately somebody been team up there where I think nobody English, neither French. So after some time I see somebody come on the room, we can attend to her. So that didn't give me comfort. That indeed yes machine they can, but there are times when the human involvement is count. But we're afraid because even to the international standard, the ILO, we get a theory or a convention where they never succeed for past it. Whether the future of work, they tell you exactly what's in the happen, how machine able to substitute much man. We all this here now, but you know able to come into force it. So the big company they now come with this AI concept, and AI there is a good, there is a bad.
What's in the you say there is a good, there is bad. We get for look at the bad side, but I mean, I hope AI no go take Edward in role.
No.
As
no go advocate for
Deputy Secretary General.
AI no go at all.
So from the Employers Federation, you foresee that say AI they can't take over jobs them anytime soon. What are the opportunities or challenges with the AI?
Well, in the world of work, Mr. Moderator, now development we don't come, and it's there for stay. The digital world of work don't come. We get to adapt. But one of the things that we put our issues paper is that the laws in Sierra Leone, no date. When you come to talking about the digital era, waiting them for doing for do, no get law we go control and say not to do this, not to this for do, not this for do. So until we get law, until we understand the law back, because we make law and we get to understand them back. It go difficult on certain aspect of them. We go improve, but people don't say guys are digital what can do. Even then Telephonia what they use. We would send money, buy money, take money, we pay all the digital work they do. But there are certain consequences. If not digital work they do, you get employer and employee relationship. How you pull your social protection. Social protection is very important. Where they work you for contribute to nothing, so that's why you're not able to work again. You go able to live and that's small thing. But if not digitally they work, how you go able to calculate all and so now look at the law back. Then the other thing is with Salon we get out the blackouts, the connectivity issues with the mobile networks. We get putting them where they all go down there in place. Then we can enforce certain things. Now they go before no small.
You say as a nation we need to adapt to the new digital stage. What do you think say as a country we need to do for ensure say we move along with the current trend in the world?
Well, for we issues paper that will be put certain things in. We need a national digital skills compact. We go put where to focus. I will see the strategy we can use where by 2028 at least 10,000 youths, women, Google communities back. Google communities are nothing all the day. how we will bring them come up to speed. If we not do that, we begin talk the II1 them, we go to learn for a free talk no more. And as I say back, we go to things and back up talk there. Then small and medium-sized enterprises, now then Bokuna Salon, pass them formal office system. So all that we get beaucoup things for do. We will really talk, say we don't. Then no, the union no. The informal sector, we don't begin address certain issues for bringing informal sector, for bringing at least semi-formal, so that people can go able to work together and observe certain laws and rules within the country. But employers of them can't. It's difficult. It's difficult for control them because they know they sit down one place. Difficult for control them because they have to calculate their salaries. So all them say we all get for work together. That's tripartite social patterns this. We all three get for work together.
Continue for stay with me inside the program Good Morning Salon. We'll come back to us shortly.
The program Good Morning Salon, the country will come over to the other studio guest, when Ibrahim Dean, when the Assistant Director, Ministry of Employment and Labour and Social Security. We will look into the main topic, when the opportunities in the digital stage. From the ministry point of view, what are some of the opportunities in Yaso, and how you think as a nation we need for tap into the opportunities there?
Well, I will begin from what the ministry don't they do in terms of ensuring they move closer towards digitalization. As my other speakers and don't say, the issue of digitalization and now the country therefore come to reality with that. So as a ministry and policy making entity, we not go wait until we don't affected by digitalization before we can talk about them. So what the ministry don't do from last year to now, we ensure say we move from paper-based now to a digitalized system. One of the things we don't do now is to ensure that we revamp the area of the work permit. We for paper-based now to e-work permit, where I feel say that don't ease some of the tensions that we've been there, make it safe and secure. So this all now for match up with the current trend. And also we don't try for ensure say we widen the scope in terms of outreach programs then with we social partners then in terms of education, as then say don't say for tell them about the opportunities then we don't day. And some of the opportunities that we see now, one, we don't see say the mobile money transfer don't become a very big number of things now we use. Where that safe now opportunity, we don't see say the informal sector, especially the women them, they get opportunity for engaging the digital market, and go for like do money transfer digitally. So we got small achievement that we don't come to. But because of we're not able for look at those achievements and we appreciate that, so the conference will all focus on those opportunities, and though it might be small, but looking at them, he will build up strategy as how for expand on them.
Okay. For the from Mr. Collier, one of the concerns we then get as Employers Federation are the issue of the laws then. For them, then they call for the harmonization of the laws there to make affect the work of employers then. From the ministry point of view, when take into consideration in terms of the laws them and how the laws there so for fit into the current trend.
Yes, because when we do the laws there, we make sure so we have extensive consultation and we also capture emerging issues then. So, but when it comes to compliance, we expect say not just the Ministry of Labour. It's a national thing. It's an obligation to everybody for say, okay, if I employ somebody, the first thing I for know is not the employment laws and how for hold the laws in there. So for the employers, then we can always tell them say, for you get a better productivities in your business, you for most of all be compliant. You understand? So when you're compliant, at the end of the day, people who they work under you say will get that kind of confidence for continue for work with you. And also you see that same productivity they improve. Okay. So the ministry will still continue for the enforce the law, and we ensure say areas we feel say we need dialogue as you always did. We'll call upon them. Areas we feel say one forget an employment program them for come up for ensure that we expand the scope. We will also bring them on board. You understand?
Continue for stay with you inside the program. Ibrahim Dean, Assistant Director, Ministry of Employment, Labour and Social Security. The program Good Morning Salon continue. We continue for look at more issues. We'll look out to studio guest them. Are they hear me?
The program Good Morning Salon, they continue, and inside we continue for look at more issues. Outside the Minister of Communication, Technology and Innovation, Salim Abbas, say inside the last 5 years, government and the partner them don't spend about $400 million for improve the communication sector in the country. They talk this way, the Communication Committee in the Parliament, all one-day engagement with player them in the telecommunication industry. For more on this, make we join Chegno Jallo.
The stakeholder engagement with the Committee on Communications na Parliament all on the team forging an inclusive digital future, ensuring access, quality of service and affordability inside this communication ecosystem. Now one with the Communication Committee na Parliament, all stakeholders and from mobile network operators to government officials now the communication sector for talk about how they go work together as one for improved communication business go before na the country. Inside opening address to stakeholders now this meeting, the chairman for the Communications Committee in Parliament, Honorable Bostin Munda, say inside this 21st century, the communication sector don't play and will continue to play big role for the development of the country. We make it say them as committee member glad for the kind step where government they able for take for improve the sector.
Distinguished participants, the communications technology sector has emerged as central pillar of national development, driving economic expansion, enhancing public service delivery, and fostering social inclusion. Notably, strides have been recorded in recent years, including expansion of 4G services, introduction of 5G technologies, and progressive implementation of the national broadband strategy. The developments collectively signals meaningful progress towards a more connected and digital empowered Sierra Leone.
The chairman for the Communications Committee in Parliament, Honorable Bostin Munda, also say with all this progress needed for improve on the sector, past how we do so now.
Notwithstanding these gains, significant challenges persist concerning relating to affordable network reliability and quality of service, cyber security vulnerabilities, and enduring digital divide, particularly impact rural communities, women and other vulnerable groups, continue to require urgent, deliberate, and coordinated intervention. It is against this backdrop, ladies and gentlemen, we have convened this engagement under the theme Forging an Inclusive Digital Future, ensuring access, quality of service, affordability in Sierra Leone communications ecosystem.
When self the talk, the leader of government business na Parliament, Honorable Matisa Nima, appreciates the work where the Committee of Communication don't do for getting kind meeting here for talk about how stakeholders them go work for improve the communication and digital space in the country. So for sake of this meeting call on the committee for table a policy on the outcome of this meeting as in promise Parliament will work with them for get proper law we will improve the communication space.
As a leader, I want to emphasize that Parliament remains the guardian of the public interest, while we actively support innovation and private sector participation. We remain resolute in discharge of our constitutional oversight responsibilities. We are particularly focused on the following: quality of service, ensuring that every citizen receives reliable and efficient network connectivity. 2. Addressing pricing transparency and promoting economic inclusion. 3rd, infrastructure sharing, encouraging collaborative models to reduce costs and enhance service delivery. Let me be clear: Parliament supports a competitive, innovative, and consumer-friendly communication sector. But that support demands reciprocity, affordability, reliability, sustainability, and transparency.
The Ministry of Communication, Technology and Innovation now the body were responsible for develop policy them. We will make the communication space be affordable, reliable, and accessible. So inside this meeting, the Minister of Communication, Salim Abbas, say inside the 5 years, they don't spend over $400 million now this sector, and this money now one way say not going in vain.
We're doing assessments the other day. I think collectively as an industry, that includes
government and the private sector. I believe over this past 5 years or so, over 400 million has been invested in the sector. So that shows significant prioritization has gone into building up the infrastructure that we need. If we look at the fiber backbone expansion, I believe around 2018 we're in 6 or so out of our 16 districts. Today, the fiber backbone is in 14 out of the 16 districts in Sierra Leone. If we think about coverage to population in terms of the network, right now we're currently at 90% coverage of service. If we look at modernization, we're currently around 100% 3G, 80-something% 4G, and also making inroads on 5G. That is significant progress.
For meeting government don't do, the minister also telling stakeholders there, but other thing them where the government plan for doing at this sector and challenge them within the phase.
We're currently engaged in landing the second cable for Sierra Leone. With a regional project alignment, the government has secured a $15 million grant facility from the World Bank, and also the private sector have all committed to also investing in that cable and kind of the remaining of that money. So I think that's a good example of government and our private sector partners working together to achieve an objective. Also, significant work is being done to expand the backbone to the remaining 2 districts that we have, Kain and Falaba, which we'll be doing. We've also seen new sites being expanded year on year by the MNOs and also UADF. So, and I know there's more plans to do more every year.
Now, with the statement here and panel discussion, this stakeholder engagement been come to an end. And one thing, we plenty salon people they hope for at this time. Now, how this meeting and other meeting them with government officials and the owner of this sector go able to reflect to the ordinary person who say the cost of data go reduce and plenty people get real-time access to the service them where mobile network operators them they provide. For the Society for Radio Democracy, me, Nachem Jalo, they report.
The program Good Morning Salon, they continue inside the program where they go for walkabouts.
Another morning again, Ati Monday, Ati Monday, Ati Oya, Ati Uba the weekend, Ati conventionals, Bonu Provan, Ati picture with Madame Mimi, and Fati, Ati Oya. Now, so the game for play mine, but me question why they ask na that. Why all them things they bring different political parties them together, but we come for national issue, una know the issue no self one side. But anyway, man them in the bien Fati, and Fati not to that school they go. But what you talk? Fati na fine woman mine. What can tell na te go gay for pick good thing, una can visit a lie. Atina to ati madam me in 7 this swag ati oya anyway na to be want. Let we come together for celebrate the country even though we then a different political party them. Ati lawlessness don't bokuna lumbly don't get 100% lawlessness. I can wonder waiting them police them bring the do na that area dey. Lumbly no dey under one control mine, then the two way touchy any kind way. Now to that roundabout where they make fine one, it don't turn dirty box. I say Uncle Fire, you know say you not discipline man, but do a big talk to you boys, then do you let them put Lumbly under control, Lumbly too lawless. Think then the dia na this country go. Think then the dia. Salon people they suffer go. I say over the weekend that this send me go buy some small tam laying can make some kind of a thing. We go wax how much for sausage? They say 40 loans for packet. I say waiting. Now waiting they buy the sausage. Now gold on a diamond. At the Ministry of Trade, Bono go to monitor them people there where the cow then things in the country. Team for it done the year every day. Bono in the radio, they talk big man talk out. Price no can do nothing. Ati Alexei PPSL party this BNTM na launching then get all over the place where you partner so post that Ministry of this, Ministry of that. Una just the waste the country in sources no more. Now all program una for go make post start for and not that small one na the make na that big one where fi by you building. Na in that me man they tell me say papi God don't do one for we and then in season we go use them for cover we pan. I say oh yeah na so. We man die man better. Bono chef bono to ministry department and agency them bono to waste the government money. Anything part una go print posters. I say bo you know that this is this BNTM. Now so next to in last days in the office. Now so it just mean the loan. Now ain't God self done the pan. What can tell una say there is no difference between Shaka Stephen Street and anyway now left back. No can get problem. Tila man dangerous. Now you don't go offend Fatio. Now you don't go offend Fatty. Tila man dangerous. Me abopte. Then go can get a position. Now you make it don't vex. Atibo tila man dangerous. You self you talk. Now this I can say. Why all things pass on account on social media? Me na the honorable picking Walkabout.
From Walkabouts inside the program Good Morning Salon, we still got to studio guest them and we look at the program Good Morning Salon. We start with this one from Tamba G. Betwa. It says organizations continues to employ workers so that they don't pay benefits for long-term benefits.
That will look at messages them way when I don't send the program. This one from Hassan our Facebook page say to some foreign-owned companies only abide by the rules if they want to. Labor will go there and threaten action against those who do not abide by the labor laws but will forget as soon as they leave without follow-up. Employers are aware of these lapses and just go about their normal businesses soon after.
This one from Amadou Sisi on our Facebook page. Say good morning all. Some schools are earning 2,000 or 2,500 as subsidies with 2 or 3 auxiliary staff. Does the 1,200 minimum wage affect those schools? We might not want to be embarrassed when we go to pay NASIT for those staffs as we still continue to pay 500 or 600 Leon.
This one from Michael Indover Lagao say the Ministry of Labor is not doing monitoring considering the illegal things that are happening in different organizations. Last month, I was at one bank where I interacted with some frustrating staff. They said there are so many of them who have been at the bank for 5 to 7 years as part-time workers, and hence you are part-time workers, you are not entitled to benefit according to them. They even said the number of part-time workers are more than permanent workers.
This one from Gogbet, say organizations continue to employ workers so that they don't pay benefits to the long-term benefits.
This one from Asan say, what is the ministry doing in terms of foreign workers doing work that Sierra Leoneans are qualified for? How are they communicating with employers that Sierra Leoneans should be prioritized for jobs they have qualification before their foreign counterparts?
This one say, please, Employers Federation, what were some of your positions during the Labor Day celebration to government?
This one from Supercab said the labor minimum wage specified by government is good for records purposes, but those foreign internationals that employ Sierra Leoneans do not adhere to this minimum wage. Instead, they pay the salaries that suit them So no medical facilities, no NACID payment or poor condition of service. So what is the role of the Ministry of Labour in terms of monitoring and the process?
This one from Amara Farmer, the last one from me for now. This one, good morning, Radio Democracy. Labour is not important in Sierra Leone because people are still working for 12 more hours, in Sierra Leone. What Labour is doing about it? Amara Farmer from Lungi. With a message here, we can to Edward for respond to them. Quick one, we'll not get better time again.
Yes, the good thing we one Texas saying now that in school they receive 2,000 subsidy. So therefore that they making able for pay the minimum wage. The law not look you that way the law one let you pay the minimum wage and within collaboration. Anybody who go for go pay NACID's contribution for in workman and the calculation the below the current minimum wage NACID will reject that and then will prosecute you for not being in compliance.
Okay, quick one, Edward. The Labour Congress gets concerned with the issue of the Wages and Compensation Commission. What's not this concern where you want to get?
Well, it's a very big concern because we take all the time over 4 to 5 years. So they may develop in the policy till they enact them by Parliament. We include all other workers, including the President, the Vice President, the Parliament, the parliamentarian ministers. They all been be part of the minimum wages and compensation commission. We mean say that the commission will for sit down for work the salary in order for alleviate or for take away this disparity with the happen at the pay system. Unfortunately, after our government don't do every necessary thing, they don't set up the commission, they employ the workman them. Government don't remove some of the people then with the commission before negotiate for. So you don't make the commission the work very difficult because we are in the commission for sit down for look at the pay system, pay structure and harmonize them. Now them people and the Employment Act of 2026 don't pull them from the Wages and Compensation Commission. And the Wages and Compensation Commission are a law we don't be passed and include all them people in the. Okay. So that's a very big challenge. We will go for follow-up for CC government the right thing.
Thank you very much, Edward Kamara, Deputy Secretary General, Salon Labour Congress. I come to you, Albert Ojokolia, Executive Secretary, Salon Employers Federation. You respond to messages that we come for a quick one, we'll not get better time in the program.
Thank you very much. Well, the Employers Federation been talk 2 days. One of the one day we've been talk about the constraints the way employers they face. But could you get constraints, we not get enough water, we not get light, the economy is strong for we talk as a point in general. Then the second day, when I've been made it, we get 7 points that will be bring come. One of the things they will say we want increased consultation between the social partners. They will understand we say better. Because normally when any laws they make, we sit down, we bring issues and come, we invite employers and other people them, they'll consult more. They want this compliance because in Kingapro and Gold employers say you don't comply, you don't break law. We say okay, phase out compliance, more for the MSMEs, then small people employers them. Don't go arrest them so you don't break law no more. Educate them, phase them small, let them self understand the new law them. The other one will say this digital business will go pan. No plan and like cabin talk. No plan and no kind of go digital, no get the policy framework in place, we not get the law in place. Then the other two complaint on our paper they will put now, the multiple taxation and overlapping administrative issues. No, but government ministry, but agencies, the all man they bring them tax, all man they confuse the employers them. Now we try for harmonize them, let people understand. Now we talk back about labor protection, social protection in labor. So if all of don't coincide, the employers them back for no what's the role day. Most times people don't know the role. And we hope say if they look at all those 7 points here, things will go better for the employers.
Thank you very much, Collier. We come to the representative from the Ministry of Labour, Zadine. Quick one, round of statements. We'll not get better time again.
Yes. To some of the questions they were asked, we're talking about somebody really make reference, some people in the working bank for a very long time. They get end of service benefit. Like I said earlier on, we don't revise the law. In the laws, they make provision for the time where person for work, where for entitled to benefit. So when once that time they reach, whether the employer recognize that or not, it implies that you supposed to pay the person benefit. And the ministry does is always open for some of them informations and different each week in terms of people who know they comply. And we don't take action against the employers them we fail for ensure say then comply. And also some other question come again about the issues of foreign workers. Yes, I go agree with to some extent that we get challenges when it comes to the issues of foreign worker in terms of employment. But what in the ministry try for do now for try for ensure say we looking at the skill gap, you understand, we in a big problem, a challenge. And also we also engage the educational institutions them for ensure say they revise their curriculum them, where they get in conventional courses then we go meet into the labor market. Because now some of the escape who do some employer defense say, hey, because of no get expertise in this area, now make we bring other people in come. So as government ministry, one for look at the fundamental issues then we will be a challenge. We address them. One, we're looking at the skills, we're looking at the area of revamping the educational sectors, ensure that we get courses that we marketable, and also we work with the local content agency for ensure say we for localize the issues of employment. And one other thing again we're very key on this is the issues of this digitalization of work permit, where are very much clear now that the ministry don't get a platform where we for track jobs then, you understand, everywhere, you understand. The moment you can inside the country, we for know what you can and what you can do. And we also get a system where we filter in those applications them, and we look at one that we fit and the one that we know fit for written and call, and we disapprove.
Thank you very much for a genuine Saturday edition of the program. And then at this edition of the program, Good Morning Salon Gulefi for today, you just listened to Ibrahim Dean, Assistant Director, Minister of Employment, Labour and Social Security. And today we talk about challenges and opportunities of decent work in the digital era. And inside this discussion, we see Moiso Binget Albert Ojo Collier, the Executive Secretary, Saloon Employers Federation, and also Edward Kamara, Deputy Secretary General, Saloon Labour Congress. Plenty thank you, gentlemen, for our genuine Saturday edition of the program. Good Morning Salon. Adeyemi?
Well, now this edition of the program, Good Morning Salon, go left you this morning. Plenty thank you to we guest them, and also plenty thank you to the production team, Saptiu Kalon, we produce the program with support from Kabia. Plenty thank you to Mary Kamara Bangura, we make on a series live on our Facebook page, and also to DJ Sugar King for technical support. So till we meet again, me and Adi Jackson, they say goodbye.
And Musa Kamari say bye-bye.